Hello, you are welcome to class. My name is Toima and you are welcome to class. Today we are going to start our course which is on hijab. And I'm going to welcome you once again to this class. Please try to pay attention to the details. Now, the course will run for 6 weeks and we are going to be looking at different parts of hijab. Hijab is a very wide course because we have several hijabs, but we will try to cover up quite a few of the hijab. So at the end of this course, we would be able to make different hijab. So I'm going to start with the first of all, which is a measurement. So we have this mannequin here and it's going to take the shape of our client. Her name is Lara and we'll be using it for all the measurement that will be taken for this class. So as you can see, Lara is a bit tall. It's even taller than me because I'm quite short, and it's going to represent somebody of 62 inches length. So now, for measurement of hijab, what you need to know is that before you even go into hijab proper, you have to know how to take the body measurement, at least the body measurement of a person wearing an abaya. You have to know how to take an abaya measurement. So you can decide to go into ready to wear, or you can decide to go into bespoke. If you are going into ready to wear, that means you have to tell your client or explain to your client how to take a body measurement, how to take an abaya measurement. So that means you still have to know how to do that. Then after that, you cannot know how to take the body, the measurement of hijab measurements. So I'm going to start with my tape measure. I'm going to send us some videos on how to read the tape measure, so that in case if you don't have any idea of sewing before, you will be able to understand how to read the tape measure. So we have two sides of the tape. We have the centimeter side and we have the inches side. So for most of this class, we'll be using the centimeter part and the inches part. So now I'm going to explain to us how to take an abaya. We know what an abaya is. Abaya measurement is abaya is a fabric, is a garment, is a free garment. Mostly it can be made to measure, or it can be free for all. You can make a very free abaya that all sizes can put it on. So abaya is not meant to be tight, it's meant to be very free. So that is why our client Lara is putting on quite a free dress, so we can measure her without any problem. Because if you are into dressmaking, if you are dressmaking proper, we have to advise your client to put on something tighter than this so that it's easy for her to measure. But because we are in Islamic wear class, we will just be taking the measurement of an abaya. So I'm going to start with my across back here. So some people call this part across back, some people call it shoulder. Let me write it for us so that we can see. The first measurement is the across back. So let me clean up this abaya. Then I will write on the top here, abaya measurements. So this is the across back. So across back is usually from this end of this bone here to this part here, the tip of the shoulder neck bone to the other part here. So you measure from this tip of the shoulder like this, then you go to this part here where the shoulder ends here, and this is 13 inches. So this is a back. Some people call it back, some people call it shoulder, and some people call it across back. But we'll be using this term across back. So you can call it shoulder, you can call it back, then you can call it across back. So that is how to take the body measurement of the that's how to take the across back measurement. Then the next thing to take is to take your bust measurement. Most times it's not really necessary, but you can take that measurement as well. So for the bust is usually the widest part of the upper part of the body, so you just have to make sure your tape measure round the bust. Then you have to make sure at least two of your one shoulder is one finger is inside and the other is out, just like this. So the bust of Lara is 36 inches. Can you see that? So you go to your waist measurements. Our waist is 27. Can you see that? Then you can measure the hip, especially in case of somebody with a very wide hip. So you have to measure the widest part of the lower part of the body. Then you just measure like this. Her own is 39. So then the next thing to do is to measure the length, the full abaya length. So you start from the shoulder across this, then you just take the body measurements down. So just take the measurements down, and that is our length. Our length is 63, not even 62. So that is all about how to take the length. Then you can decide to measure the wrist in case, but mostly we don't make use of our width. We don't make use of a tight wrist, but you can measure that. So you measure your wrist, that is sleeve width, the sleeve width. Then you can measure your armhole round as well. Just make sure you measure your armhole round. So for her own is 15 inches. Can you see the way this is being measured? So that is it. Then you measure your sleeve length. You start from the tip of the arm. Then you measure like this. Make sure the hand is on an akimbo like this. Can you see the way the hand is? You can tell your client to do like this, so that you'll be able to measure her perfectly. Please ignore the underground voice. So you're going to start from the, so you're going to take the, take your tape measure from the shoulder, from the tip of the sleeve down like this, then like this. So our sleeve length is 25. Can you see that? But if you should measure the direct hand like this, it's going to be shorter. So at the end of the day, you end up with a shorter sleeve. So this is 23. Can you see that? So at the end of the day, the sleeve will not be a full length sleeve. So that is why we always tell our client, we should always tell our client to have their hand on an akimbo like this. So I think we are done. Then I'm going to write all the measurements that we need to take. So the second measurement we need to take is the bust. Then the third measurement that we need to take is the waist round. Then the bust round, this bust round. Then number 4 is the hip round. Then number 5, we have the abaya length. Then number 6, we have the armhole round. Then number 7, we have the sleeve length. Then number 8, we have the sleeve round. So this is applicable if we want to make abaya for a particular body size. but in case you are into ready to wear, you just have to know all these measurements, then you compare it with the table, the size, the body size charts. So you just use the table charts for the size. So in the next class, we'll be discussing more on measurements. So I'll be seeing you in the next class. Bye.